La Yashala. Imadium, which means to stand. Wapanyakudam, which means turn and face the east. Sar. Salakia. We're going to be reading the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemgah, Yahweh, Malakmaka, Taba'ah, Ratazah, Kahayah, Shabbat, Haratazah, Kawah, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nadalanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kawawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawawafyanawa, Wala'ah, Tabayanawa, Banasayawana, Baal, Havashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kayah, Lakah, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Wahatabarat, Ivalamium, Aman, in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Hakat, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh, Baba Kasha, Nathananawa, Hakat, La Pa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawa, Hakat, La Tahar, Hamatazariah, Hakat, La Hakmium, Hamathium, Hakat, Al Wakawa, La Tama'ala, the Garshan, Ba'ashim Yahweh, the Wada Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh, thank you. So be it. The prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'ala, Wahah, Bayab Barak, Rapah, Magun, Hagun, Ba'ashim Yahweh, the Wada Aman. What we just said was, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, bless us in Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahweh, thank you. So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ashah, Ayanya, Ahaharyam, Mayan Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'ayin Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Waharatazah, Al Yadan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hanala, Al Yanawam, Wala'aya Yashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamnika, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaya, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rad, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabawaka, Ma'ida, Wa'ai, Awalam, Aman, in the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. So be it. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Karash, wa Al Shakwat, Al Kayahana, Al Yabika, Yahama Yawan, Wama Shanaka, Nashawa, Ra'ash, Al Anaka, Yarayama, Sawad, Wayatayai Tazawa, Al Tazap Pawanyaka, Amawa, Wakawa, Wanakaki, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yashala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawai Tazawa, La, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Barya, Yakarafwa, Ahoya, Hadawam, Wayashamaoyam, Mawaba, Wahagoyam, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalat, Palashat, I'm Yashabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zorawai, Labanya Lawat, Salai, Shalaham, Kamadian, Kasayasara, Kayabian, Monakal, Koyashwan, Neshamadwa, Bayanda Ra, Hayawa, Deman, Dama, lost my spot. Neshamadwa, Bayanda Ra, Hayawa, Deman, Dama, Shayatamba, Nediyama, Kai Ra, Bukazaba, Bukazabat, Bukatazamanai, called and say a kumba, Ashore, Amawa, Naya Rashala, Nawa, Nawab, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamba, Kagaga, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, Tabari Ira, Wakalahaba, Thalahat, Haryam, Khan, Theradapma, Basarika, Wabasowapatka, Tabahalom, Malaa, Panyahom, Kwawan, Waya Bakwashwa, Shamga, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya Baawa, Idi, Waya Kaparawa, Waya Abadu, Waya Daiwa, Kaya, Da Shamga, Yahawa, Labaka, Al Yawan, Al Kaha, Rataza, Aman. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. They have hope of the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them, as unto the Midianites, as to Sisir, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red, and like Zed, yea, all the princes as Zabah, and as Zamuna, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. This is the prayer of the blessings of the power structure in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Mayaka'ala, Wa Lahayim, Matazabia, Alawap Yahana, Halawapim, Hasaranyum, Hakatazayanyum, Hakayayayim, Wa Wakti Yahweh, Ba Shem Yahweh Shai, the Wada Aman in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. Yeshabia, which means to be seated. We're going to be picking up where we left off last week. Clap it up. All right. We're going to be starting at Exodus chapter 9. I believe it's verse 6. Let me make sure. So like Exodus chapter 9 and 23. I don't know why I said it got verse 6. All right, so Exodus chapter 9, verse 23. In the Hebrew, Wayat Masha'at Mata Hawa Al Hashemayim Wa Yahweh Nathan Kolach Wabarad Wata Halak Ash Aratazah Waya Matar Yahweh Barad Al Aratazah Matazarium. Verse 24. Wayahaya Barad Waash Matala Quathkath Batawak Ha Barad Kabar Kabad Ma'ad Ashar La'ah Haya Kama Hawa Bakar Arataza Matazarium Ma'az Hayata Lagoya Lagoya. Verse 25. Wayadat Habarad Makar Rataza Matazarium Abkar Shar Bashada Ma'adam Wa'aid Bahama Wa'at Kar Aishab Hashada Hakak Habarad Wa'at Kar Aitaza Hashada Shabar. Verse 26. Rak, Ba, Rataza, Gashan, Ashar, Sham, Banya, Yashala, La'a, Hayab, Barad. Verse 27. Waya Shalak, Parai, Waya Quara, La Masha, Wala Aharan, Wa La Aharan, Waya Amar, Alahat, Alaham, Khatathia, Hapayom, Yahweh, Hataza, Dayak, Wa Anya, Wa Aim Ya, Harashayom, Harashayom. Oops. Verse 28. Ha'ai the Yarwa, Al, Yahweh, Warab, Mahayat, Kuala, Alahayim, Wabarad, Wa'a Shalach, Wa'a Shalach, Athakon, Wala'a, Dasa, the Sapwan, La'aimad. Verse 29. Wayamar, Al Yawa, Masha, Katazathya, Ha'ayya, Ha'ayara, Ha'ayar, Parash, Kapaya, Al Yahweh, Hakwa, Lawa, Yachad Lawan, Waha Barad, La'a, Ya, Iwad, Lama Ain, Tadai, Kaya, Lah Yahweh, Ha'arataza. Believe this. All right. Let me see. Salakia. I don't know if it's blocking the view. All right, we're going to the English. All right, Exodus chapter 9, verse. Why does this thing keep closing? 9 and 23. And Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven, and the Most High sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along upon the ground, and the Most High rained hail upon the land of Egypt. So the Most High is bringing curses on the land of Egypt. Of course, if you've been following us these last few weeks, Moses has been going back and forth in and out of Egypt and trying to convince or persuade Pharaoh that, you know, the people need to go worship, you know what I mean, and to let the Most High people go. But Pharaoh's heart was hardened, of course, and he didn't want to let the Most High God's people go. So the Lord is casting plagues and doing things to Egypt that only the Most High God can do. You know what I mean? So he's using Moses right now to magnify him, the Most High God. You understand? So Pharaoh's heart is hardened, and the people or the Israelites are still up under Pharaoh's rule at this point. You know what I mean? And Moses is trying to convince people, Moses is trying to convince Pharaoh to let the Most High God people go. You understand? Verse 24. So there was hail and fire mingled with the hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt since it became a nation. Verse 25. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail smote every herb of the field and break every tree of the field. Man, it's some heavy hail. You understand? It's breaking beasts, it's breaking trees, it's unaliving things and animals. I mean, this is vicious. This is a vicious plague right here, hail. You'd have thought somebody went in there, the Most High sent some troops in there with AR-15s, but this is just hail. I mean, and this is the power of the Most High God, that he sent hail to Egypt for the sake of his people to cause damage to the Egyptians for having his people in captivity. So just imagine when Yahushua returns, what the Most High is going to do to America for enslaving his chosen people for over 400 years. You understand? Just imagine that. This is hell. I've seen hell. I've seen hell damage done to vehicles, but I haven't seen hell just break down trees and unalive animals. Not like this, and thunder mingled with, what did it say? Thunder and hell mingled. I mean, this is a vicious storm, a plague. You understand? And this is all the Most High God is doing, simply because Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he wouldn't let us go worship. He wouldn't let us go do anything. You understand? Verse 26. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, was there no hail. There you go. The Lord's people were protected by the Most High God. We had the Lord's protection. We were in his favor at this time. There we go. Salakia for that, for whatever just happened. I don't know what just happened, but Salakia for that. Let me go back up to, I'm going to start at verse 26. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, where there was no hail. So the Most High God's people were chosen, not chosen, but were protected. He protected us from the plagues, and he was allowing the Egyptians to have hail. It was the Egyptians was going through hail. You understand? Verse 27, and Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron and said unto them, I have sinned this time. The Most High is righteous, and I and my people are wicked. So Pharaoh said, me and my people are wicked for doing this to you. But, this still isn't enough at this time to convince Pharaoh to let the people go. Just like any other heathen, when you give them what they want, they're going to fall back on their word. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm only doing this so me and my people can survive. But as soon as things get back normal, we're going to forget about what happened. That's America. Think about the transatlantic slave trade. People always say that we should forget about that. It's in the past, but when America is trying to prove to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian that they're nice, they say that we should be equal or, hold hands and do, the whole Martin Luther King spiel. But as soon as things don't go their way, they remember exactly who they are. And exactly who they are, we say in ISUPK, they're the devil that the Bible speaks of, but they also are oppressors. So as soon as they don't get their way, they go back to being oppressors. This is what Pharaoh was doing. You know what I mean? This is how heathens operate. But Israelites, we don't operate like that because we're a just and righteous people. You understand? So Pharaoh said, man, me and my people are wicked. Me and these Africans are wicked. These Egyptians are wicked, myself included. Because the Lord was, you know, allowing these curses, this hell to destroy the land of Egypt. And he's like, listen, I got to, you know, fix this issue. I got to fix this problem. You understand? So let me keep going. Verse 28. Entreat the Most High, for it is enough that there be no more mighty thunderings and hail, and I will let you go, and ye shall stay no longer. So Pharaoh said, look, you got my word. If you tell your God, your power, to stop the hail and thunder, I'm going to let your people go. You know what I mean? I'm going to let your people go. Let's see if he did or not. Verse 29. And Moses said unto him, as soon as I am gone out of the city, I will spread abroad my hands unto the Most High, and the thunder shall cease, neither shall there be any more hail, that thou mayest know how that the earth is the Most High's. Yeah, Pharaoh, this ain't your earth. I know you rule Egypt. I know, Donald Trump, that you rule America, and you want to send the Mexicans back to Mexico. You know what I mean? You want to have ICE send all our brothers back to Mexico when, Donald Trump, you're an immigrant yourself. All American oppressors are immigrants. I know that you think that you rule America, but the earth is the Most High's. He can destroy anything. He can do whatever in this earth because it's his. I know you say America, make America great again, but if you don't show some mercy to the Lord's chosen people, America will never be great. You're just setting up America to fall eventually. You understand? Oh, okay, and that was it on that. All right, so we're going to go back to the Hebrew. This is Exodus chapter 9, verse 30. Wa'ata wa'ai badyak yada yadathya kaya taram dara awan mapanya Yahweh Alahayim. Verse 31. Waha pashat waha pashata waha sha'ira nakata kaya hasha'ira abayab waha pashata gabaaya. Verse 32. Waha hata hata waha samath. Oh, Salakia, I'm reading it wrong. Waha hata waha samath la'a nakwa kaya apayala hana. Verse 33. Wayataza'a masha ma'ain parai a ha'ayar waya parash kapayawa oh Yahweh wayakad wa wayakadawa hakwa lawa waha barad wamatara la'a natat arataza. Verse 34. Wayara'a parai haya hadal ya hadal hama Torah waha barad waha kwala wayasa lacha ta'a lachata wayaka ba labawa hawa'a wa'ai badyawa. Verse 35. Wayachazak la parai wala'a shalak a banya yashala ka ashar dabar Yahweh bayad masha. Exodus chapter 10 verse 1. Wayamar Yahweh al Mashaba al Parai Kaya Anya Hakab Hakabadathya Labawa wa Lab Ibadyawa Lama'ain Shatya Abdathya Allah Bakwa Abwa. All right. Now back to the English. Exodus chapter 9, verse 30. But as for thee and thy servants, I know that ye will not yet fear the Most High power. And the flax and the barley was smitten, for the barley was in the ear, and the flax was bold. Verse 32. But the wheat and the rye were not smitten, for they were not grown up. Verse 33. And Moses went out of the city from Pharaoh, and spread abroad his hand unto the Most High. And the thunders and hail ceased, and the rain was not poured upon the earth. 34. And when Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and the thunders were ceased, he sinned yet more, and hardened his heart, he and his servants. You know what's so heavy about this? And this is why it's important not to be like Pharaoh. Don't be like any of these heathens. You understand? Like, heathens are hardening their heart towards the Lord, and they think they're hurting the people. Like, you got, and I'm not comparing anyone to a heathen, but don't be that type of brother or sister, or like when people leave the truth, when people leave the truth and leave the school, when people leave the truth, you know, they may be angry with someone and they'll sin against that person, but in reality, they're sinning against the Most High God. That's what Pharaoh was doing. You go out and you don't believe in the truth anymore, and you go out and party your heart out, party your life away. You understand? You go out and just sin against the Most High God, and nothing, everything seems all right. Like, look, there, you know, maybe, you know, the grass was greener on the side, because you forgot how merciful the Most High God is. You understand? And the Most High God can even be merciful towards heathens. But Pharaoh kept sinning against the Most High God's people. So these heathens, if you sin against the Lord's people, you won't have any mercy. You understand? And that's why Yahushua has to come back. Yahushua, or Jesus Christ in the English, but Yahushua, his true name in the Hebrew, that's why he has to come back and judge the earth righteously and set things back in order. You understand? But you don't want to be a brother or sister. You don't want to be that type of Israelite that is upset and hardens your heart towards somebody in your nation, and you think that you're sinning against the person, or you're taking your anger out on the person, but in reality, when you sin, you're sinning against the Lord. So you got to be careful. Like people that leave the truth, and you still hanging with people that left the truth, and if they turn their back on the Lord, if they drop their sword and go back to the world, you have to be very careful, because that type of person doesn't care. They don't care about the Most High God. They'll never care about you. Their heart is going to be hardened, and they're going to do things to tempt you and try to persuade you to come up out of the truth. You understand? Now, Pharaoh, on the other hand, can't come into the truth. But that's the same spirit, because Pharaoh went back on his word, because he couldn't imagine the people of the Most High God going to serve their Lord, serve their power. Because Pharaoh thought he was all powerful. He thought he was the mighty. He thought he was it. You understand? And he kept hardening his heart. And the Most High God is allowing all these things to happen to heathens and brothers and sisters in the truth who left the truth, and for our nation, for the sake of our nation, so he can be glorified. So always remember that the Lord is going to be glorified in the end of this. Not me, not Donald Trump, but the Most High God. You understand? So let's keep going. Verse 31. Did I read 31? No, okay, I'm on verse 30, Salaki. Verse 35, and the heart of Pharaoh was hardened. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, neither will he let the children of Israel go, and the Most High has spoken by Moses. So the Lord told, you know, he did the, you know, he ceased, the Most High God kept his word. Pharaoh didn't. You understand? So when you don't keep your oath or your word to the Most High God, when you come into this truth and you don't keep your oath or the word of God, you become as a heathen. You understand? And that's why we were cast away and divided and put in all four corners of the earth, because we decided to follow the heathen. And now we got counted as heathens. We didn't have the protection of the Lord. We get counted as heathens. So make this a lesson to learn from even this heathen Pharaoh. Always keep your word, man. Exodus chapter 10, verse 1. And the Most High said unto Moses, go in unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart and the heart of his servants, that I might shew these my signs before him. All right. Now we're going to go back to the Hebrew. All right. So this is Exodus chapter 10, verse 2 in the Hebrew. Walamine, Dasapar, Ba'azanya, Banak, Waban, Banak, Ashar, Hatha'al Lathya, Bamatazarium, Wa'at, Athafya, Ashar, Shamathya, Bas, Wayada, Aithon, Kaya, Anya, Yahweh. Verse 3, Waya Ba'a, Masha, Wa'a Haran, Al Parai, Waya Amar, Al Yawa, Ha, Amar, Yahweh, Alahaya, Ha'ai, Barium, I, Mathya, Ma'anaf, La'ainaf, Ma'panya, Shalak, Amya, Waya I Badniya. Verse 4, Kaya Ma'an, Afta, La Shalak, Amya, Hananya, Maba Ya'ah, Mahar, Araba, Baga Balak. Wakasa, I Yan, Harataza, Wala'a, Yawahal, Lara'a, Harataza, Wakal, Yadar, Hapa, Lata, Hanashara, Lakam, Man, Habarad, Wa'akal, Kal, Ha'aitaza, Hataza, Mak, Lakam, Man, Hashada. Verse 6, Wama La'awa, Bathyak, Wabathya, Kal, Ibadyak, Wabathya, Kal, Matazari, Mashar, La'a, Ra'awa, Abathyak, Wa'a, Bawat, Abathyak, Mayawam, Hayawa, Thum, Isle, Ha, Adama, Id, Hayawam, Hazah, Wayapan, Wayataza'ab, Ma'ain, Parai. Verse 7, Wayamarwa, Ibadya, Parai, Al Yawa, I, Mathya, Ya, Za, Lanawa, Lamawa, Quash, Shalak, Ha'a, Nashim, Waya, Ibadwa, Yahweh, Alahaya, Hum, Ha, Saram, Gadai, Kaya, Abada, Matazarium. Verse 8, Waya Washab, Masha, Wa'af, Aharan, Al Parai, Waya Amar, Alaham, Lakawa, Ibadwa, Yahweh, Alahayakum, Maya, Wamya, Hahala, Kayom. Oh, that's it. All right. Exodus chapter 10, verse 2. And that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son and of thy son's son what things I have wrought in Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that ye may know how that I am the Most High. And Moses and Aaron came into Pharaoh and said unto him, Thus said the Most High, power of the Hebrews, how long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me. Verse 4, else if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locusts into thy coast. Verse 5, and they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth, and they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, that which remaineth unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field. Verse 6, and they shall fill thy houses, and the houses of all thy servants, and the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither thy fathers nor thy fathers have seen, since the day that they were upon the earth unto this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh. Verse 7, and Pharaoh's servants said unto him, How long shall this man be a snare unto us? Let the men go, that they may serve the Most High their power. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed? Verse 8, and Moses and Aaron were brought again unto Pharaoh, and he said unto them, Go, serve the Most High your power, but who are they that shall go? You understand? Where's my water? Salakia. All right, so we're going back to the Hebrew. I don't know what Doug. Jesus only died for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He didn't die for everybody. So if you're a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, Jesus Christ definitely did die for you. That's if you're an Israelite. If you're so-called black, Latino, or Native Indian, Jesus Christ did die for blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians only. I'm not sure what's your nationality, Doug, but everyone doesn't need a savior in the earth if you're paying attention. If you understand the Bible, and if you understand the truth of the Bible, you know who the Most High God, Son, came to die for. You know what I mean? He came to save his people, as the Bible says. But moving on, this is Exodus chapter 10, verse 9. Wayamar Masha Banai Ryan Nawa Wabaza Kwanyanwa Nalak Babana Yanwa Wababa Nawafnawa Batazaan Nanwa Wababa Kwar Nawa Nalak Kaya Hag Haya Lanawa. Verse 10, Wayamar Allah Hum Ya Khan Yahweh I Makam Ka Ashar Ashalak Athakam Wa'at Tapakam Ra'awa Kaya Ra'ai Nagad Panayakam. Verse 11, La'a Khan La Kawa Na'a Haga Barium Wa'ai Badwa A Yahweh Kaya Atha Atham Maba Kwashium Waya Garash Atham Ma'ath Panya Parai. Verse 12, Waya Mar Yahweh Al Mashad Nata Yadat Al Arataza Matazarim Ba'a Rabah Waya Al Arataza Matazarim Waya Call Aishab Arataza Kal Shar Hasha Hashayar Habarad. Verse 13, Wayat Masha'at Matahawa Rataza Matazarim Wayahawa Nahag Rarak Quadium Ba'arataza, call, Hayawam, Hahawa'a, Wakal, Hala, Yala, Haba, Quar, Hayat, Waya, War, Wak, Haquadium, Nasha'a, Ha'a, Rabah. Verse 14. Waya Al, Ha'a, Rabah, Al, Hal, Arataza, Matazar, Waya Nach, Bakal, Gaba Wal, Matazarium, Kabad, Ma'ad, Lapanyawa, La'a, Haya, Han, Arabah, Kama, Hawa, Wah, Karyawa, La'ad, Ya, Han. Verse 15. Wayakam, Ayan, Kal, Ha'arataza, Wafahash, Wathahashak, Ha'arataza, Waya Akal, Kal, Aishab, Ha'arataza, Wa'a, Kal, Parya, Ha'aitaza, Shar, Hawa, the Yar, Haba, Rad, Wala'a, Nawa, Thar, Kal, Yarak, Ba'aitaza, Waba, Aishab, Hashada, Bakal, Arataza, Matazari. All right, that's it for that 7. All right. All right, this is Exodus chapter 10, verse 9 in the English. And Moses said, we will go with our young and with our old and with our sons and with our daughters and with our flocks and with our herds. We will go, for we must hold a feast unto the Most High God. See, this is separation right here. This is proving who the Lord favors, or what nation of people who he sent for his son to save in the future. The Israelites. We're going with our people, our old, our young, our flocks. You understand? That's possessive. You understand? Verse 10, and he said unto them, let the Most High be so with you, as I will let you go, and your little ones. Look to it, for evil is before you. Verse 11, now so, go now ye that are men, and serve the Most High, for that ye did desire, and they were driven out from Pharaoh's presence. 12, and the Most High said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, that they may come up upon the land of Egypt, and eat every herb of the land, even all that the hail had left. Verse 13, and Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Most High brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts. Verse 14, and the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and rested in all the coast of Egypt. Very grievous were they. Before them there was no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such. Verse 15, for they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened. And they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which the hail had left. And there remained not any green thing in the trees, or in the herbs of the field, through all the land of Egypt. No greenery, no vegetables, no fruit. The locusts came and wiped all that out. Now your food supply is low because you don't want to let the Lord's chosen people go. Listen, this is America's future right here. We're reading this in the past, but if you know the Bible in the book of Ecclesiastes, it says nothing new is under the sun in the book of Ecclesiastes. Nothing is new under the sun. And that's why in the book of Revelation, it calls America the spiritually Sodom and spiritually Egypt, because America is basically just another version, a newer version of Egypt. You understand? That's why they pay homage to Egypt. That's why you see the pyramid on the dollar bill. That's why you notice a lot of the same practices that went on in Egypt. If you study ancient Egypt, America is like really close to ancient Egypt. You know what I mean? It's like damn near the same thing. So, you know, these same plagues are going to come to Egypt, man. I mean, come to America that are happening in Egypt. You understand? Give the Lord a hand for that. Now we're going back to the Hebrew. Exodus chapter 10, verse 16. Waya mahar, parai, la korah, la masha, wala haran, waya amar, hata afya, la yahawa, ala hayakum, wala kam. Verse 17. Wa aida sha'a na'a hata afya, ak, ha pa'aim, wa ha afya, ha slakya, wa ha afya. Yawarla, La Yahawa, Alahayakum, Wayasar, Ma'al Ya, Rak, Ak, Hama Wa, Hazah. Verse 18. Wayataza'a, Ma'aim, Parai, Waya Aithar, Al Yahawa. Verse 19, Waya Hapak Yahweh, Rawa Rarak, Yam, Hazak, Ma'ad, Waya Sha'a, Ha'a Rabah, Waya Fak, I Hawa, Yama, Sawak, La'a, Nasha Ara, Arabah, Akkad, Bakal, Gabawal, Matazarian. Verse 20, Waya Kazak, Yahweh, La, Parai, Wala'a, Shalak, Banya, Yasha'ala. Verse 21, Waya Amar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Nata, Yadat, Al, Hasha, Mayim, Waya Haya, Hashat, Al, Arataza, Matazar, Waya Masha, Hashak. Verse 22, Wayat, Masha, Yadwa, Al, Hashamayim, Wayahaya, Kashak, Apala, Bakar, Rataza, Matazar, Shalashat, Yam Yam. All right. All right, this is Exodus chapter 10, verse 16. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste, and he said, I have sinned against the Most High, your power, and against you. 17. Now therefore forgive, I pray thee, my sin only this once, and entreat the Most High, your power, that he may take away from me this death only. 18. And he went out from Pharaoh, and instead the Most High, Salaki, and he went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Most High. Verse 19, and the Most High turned a mighty strong west wind, which took away the locusts and cast them into the Red Sea. There remained not one locust in all the coast of Egypt. Verse 20, but the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go. Verse 21, and the Most High said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. So Pharaoh kept hardening his heart. You understand? And the Most High God hardened Pharaoh's heart, not only so he can be magnified and he can be glorified and he can show the Israelites whose side he is on, but also you have to think the Israelites were very impatient with Moses as well. So he's trying to build up the patience of the Israelites. He's trying to build up this nation so they can see what it takes to have the endurance and suffer through things and to keep the faith, because that's what's going to keep them motivated to continue to serve the Lord. You understand? So it's bigger than just Pharaoh hardening his heart and not letting us go. We are supposed to be learning a lesson through all of these challenges that the Most High God is putting Pharaoh through, and all the challenges and all the rebellion that Pharaoh is doing to us. We're supposed to be soaking that up and getting closer with the Most High God. You understand? Because that's the only way that the Most High God will be magnified and glorified is if we stay down with him, if we stay down with his word, if we stay down and keep our oaths. You understand? That's the only way, man. Verse 22, and Moses stretched forth his hand. No, verse 21. And the Most High said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. Verse 22, and Moses stretched forth his hand toward the heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. Pitch black darkness. All right, now we're going back to the Hebrew. This is Exodus chapter 10, verse 23. La'a, ra'awa, ayash, akyawa, wala'a, kwamwa, ayash, maka khafyawa, shalasha, yam, walakal, banya, yashala, haya, awa, awar, bama wash, bathum. Verse 24, Waya Korah, Parai, Al, Masha, Waya Amar, Lakwa, Ibadwa, Yahweh, Ra, Taza Nakum, Wabakwarakam, Yatazag, Gam, Tapakum, Yalak, Imakum. Verse 25, Waya Amar, Masha, Gam, Ata, Tatan, Bayadnawa, Zakha, Zabakyum, Wa'aish, Yanawa, La Yahawa, Alahaya Nawa. Verse 26, Wagam, Makwa, Nanawa, Yalak, I'm Nawa, La'a, Dashara, Hara Sa Haya Mama Nawa Nakwak La'ibad Yahweh Alahaya Nawa Wa'a Nachnawa La'a Nadai Maha Na'ibad Yahweh I Ba'anawa Shema. Verse 27, Waya Kazak Yahweh La Parai Wala'a Abad La Shalakam. Verse 28, Wayamar Lawa Parai La Ma'ayel Ya Hashamar La Al Dasa Ra'awa Panya Kaya Bayawam Ra'atak Panya Damwa. Wayamar Masha Khan Dabarak La'a Asa Iwad Ra'awa Panyak. This is Exodus chapter. Oh, Salaki, that was it. Salaki. So Exodus chapter 10, verse 23, going back to the English. They saw not one another, neither rose any from this place for 3 days, but all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. See, like I said, the Lord keeps looking out for the children of Israel. He's not looking out for the white man, the Africans, the Chinese, the Arabs. He's only looking out for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians because that's who the Bible was for. You understand? The Bible is not for everybody else. So we're supposed to follow the Bible. We're not supposed to be following the white man in his holidays. We're not supposed to be following the Arabs trying to be a Muslim. We're not supposed to be following birthdays, which is a cult custom, or that's the #1 devil's holiday is the birthday. Because it's self-glorification. The Most High God gets no glorification out of you celebrating your birthday. That's why it's the #1 belief in Satanism. You understand? So you don't celebrate those things if you believe in the Most High God. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You either believe in one thing and you do away with the other, or you do away with the Lord and just live your life how you want to live your life until Jesus returns, and then we'll all get judged and we'll see who was right and we'll see who was wrong. But if you follow the heathen, if you believe in the Bible, the heathens always fall by the sword of the Most High God or by the judgments of the Most High God. I pray you understand. Verse 24, and Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, Go ye, serve the Most High. Only let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you. 25, and Moses said, Thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto the Most High our power. 26, our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not an hoof be left behind. For therefore must we take to serve the Most High our power, and we know not and we know not with what we must serve with the Most High until we come thither, till we go there. Verse 27, but the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he will not let them go. 28, and Pharaoh said unto him, Get thee from me, take heed to yourself, see my face no more, for in that day thou seest my face, thou shalt die. So he threatened Moses. He's like, look, you come back up here, look, it's on sight. I'm knocking you down. It's on sight. That's what Pharaoh just told Moses. After he just experienced all these miracles or all these plagues that was caused by the Most High God, Pharaoh just couldn't let it go. Then you got to think they lost a lot of food. A lot of beasts were killed by the hail. So he's probably thinking, Pharaoh probably like, man, look, you took Moses over here, come up here demanding sacrifices, and you taking your cattle with you. Like, man, come on now, get up out of here. You understand? So yeah, he hardened Pharaoh's heart. All right, so we're going to go back to the Hebrew. All right, this is Exodus chapter 11, verse 1. Wayamar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Aiwad, Nagai, Akkad, Abayah, Al, Parai, Wa'al, Matazarium, Akaria, Khan, Yashalat, Aftakam, Mazah, Kashalakwa, Kala, Garash, Yagarash, Aftakam, Mazah. Verse 2. The bar, Na'ah, Ba'a, Zanya, Ha'aim, Wa'yasha'ala, Ayash, Ma'ath, Ra'ai Hawa, Wa'asha, Ma'ath, Ra'ai Watha, Kal Ya, Kasab, Wakalya, Zahab. Wayathan, Yahweh, Khan, Ha'aim, Ba'ai Yanya, Matazarium, Gam, Ha'ayash, Masha, Gadawal, Ma'ad, Ba'arataza, Matazarium, Ba'ai Yanya, Ibadya, Parai, Waba'ai Yanya, Ha'aim. Wayamar, Masha, Ha, Amar, Yahweh, Kakatazat, Halayala, Anya, Yahweh Tazaa, Bathawak, Matazari. Verse 5. Wamat, Kal, Bakawar, Ba'arataza, Matazarium, Mabakawar, Parai, Hayashab, Al, Kasaawa, I, Bakawar, Hashabaka, Hashar, Achar, Harakyum, Wakal, Bakawar, Bahama. Verse 6. Wahayatha, Tazaikwa, Gadala, Bakal, Arataza, Matazar, Mashar, Kamahawa, La'a, Nahayatha, Waka Mawa La'a Dasa Walakal Banya Yashala La'a Yaka Rataza Kalab Lashanawa Lama Ayash Wa'ai Bahama Lama Ain Tada Aiwan Ashar Ya Pala Yahweh Bayan Matazarium Wabayan Yashala. All right, now we're going to go back to the Hebrew. I'm still like it, back to the English. We just read the Hebrew. This is Exodus chapter 11, verse 1. And the Most High said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards, he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. He's going to throw us all out together. You get it? I got to go. Verse 2, Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. Verse 3, And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. Verse 4, And Moses said, Thus said the Lord, About midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt. Verse 5, And all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon the throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the meal, and all the firstborn of beasts. Verse 6, And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more. Verse 7, But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or beast, that ye may know that the Most High doth put a difference between the Egyptians and the Israels. The Egyptians and Israel. So it's the difference between nations. You understand? I don't know how the Christian church thinks everybody is the same when the Bible does not teach that everybody is the same. There's a difference between the people the Most High God chose and the other nations. You understand? The Most High God is free to choose and do as he pleases. So he can choose the special people. Our oppressor is just mad that they're not the special people that the Most High God chose. They tried to force themselves to be the people of God when they are not the people of God. Those Jewish people in Israel today are not God's chosen people. They forced themselves to be God's chosen people. And the Bible proves it. If you understand it, if you come to class on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, if you come to class all throughout the week, you understand who this Bible was for. And that's if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. You understand? So check out these classes. Yeah, there's a difference. There's a distinct difference of who the Most High God chose and who he didn't choose. You understand? And with that, I imagine just me up here, which means to stand. Layashala to Israel. Everyone else, Imadim, which means to stand, or Panyahakodam, which means turn and face the east. The east is this way, the way that I'm facing. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayat, Shabgat, Yahweh, Malapaka, Tabaa, Ratazah, Kahaya, Shabha, Ratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nadanlanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalachlanawa, Kawa Wafnawa, Kasalachnawa, Kawa Wafinawa, Walaa, Tabayanawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kayalaka, Hamalakwa, Wa, the Parah, the Abalamium, Aman, in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. The power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh, Baba Kashah, Nathanawa, Hakat, La Pa'a, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawa, Hakat, La Tahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakat, La Hakim, Hamakim, Hakat, Awakawa, Hatama'ala, Lagar Shan, Ba'ashem Yahweh, the Wada Aman in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against the unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh, thank you. So be it. The prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh, Barak Lanawa, Wayashala, Waha, Wayasaparim, Barak, Rapat, Magun, Hagun, Ba'ashem Yahweh, the Wada Aman. What we just said was Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, bless us in Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahweh, thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahaharyam, Ma'ayanya, Ba'a, Isaiah, Ma'ayanya, Hawa, Aisha, Shamayim, Waharataza, Al Yathan Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hanala, Ayanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yashala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamnika, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakayaka, Wayarak, Malayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rad, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabaaka, Ma'ida, Wa'ai, Awalam, Aman, in English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, al damayalacha, al bakarash, al bashakwat, al kayahana, al wayabika, yahamayawan, oman shanayaka, nashawa, ra'ash, al imaka, yarayama, sawad, wayatayai tazawa, al tazap pawanyaka, armawa, lapawa, wanakakira, magoya, wala'a, yazakar, sham yashala, aiwad, kaya, nawai tazawa, la bihadwa, Alyaka, Bar Yaf, Yakarakwa, Ahaya, Arawam, Wayashamaoyim, Mawaba, Wahagoyim, Gabal, Waimawan, Waimalat, Palashat, Aim Yashabia, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labaya Lawat, Salai, Shalaham, Kamadium, Kastayasa, Kayabian, Banakal, Hayashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayanda Arat, Hayawa, Daman, Dama, Shayatama, Nadiama, Kaira, Wakazaba, Wakazabat, Wakazamanan. Kana say a kumba, Ashar, Amawa, Naya Rashala, Nawa, Nawa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamba, Kagaga, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, Tabarayara, Wakalahaba, Dalahat, Haryam, Khan, Daradapna, Bastaraka, Wabasawapaka, Dabahalom, Mala'a, Panyaham, Palawan, Waya Bakwashwa, Shamgat, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya Baawa, IDI, Waya Kapara, Waya Badwa, Waya the Iowa, Haya, Adash, Shamgat, Yahawa, Labaka, Al, the one, Al, Kal, Rataza, Aman. In the English, Psalms 83. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarims, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. They have hope of the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisir, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished that endure. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Ored, and like Zeb, yea, all the princes as Zabah, and as Zamunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. This is prayer, the blessings of the Hebrew, the blessings of the power structure in the Hebrew. Salakia. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Mayaka'ala, Wa Lahayim, Matazabia, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapim, Ha Saranyim, Ha Katazayanyim, Ha Kayayayim, Wa Waktim, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, the Wada Aman in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. Sisters, go ahead and be seated. Trying to get a good one on there. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakathon, Yajmatah, Sar, face the sisters. Sisters, Imajim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Latham Shem Yahweh Shah, Yajmatah, dismiss.